My name's Yvonne. I work alongside my colleague Lauren Tubby. We share the responsibility of safeguarding and wellbeing. So that is safeguarding, looking after your young people, making sure that they're safe and well, but also promoting a healthy lifestyle and the benefits of that and how it can help them in their studies. So I've got teenagers myself, so I know how important it is for us to make sure that they're happy in their studies and in their place of education. So first of all, if I take the safeguarding side of things, it sounds like an absolute basic that we're going to keep them safe. But just to reassure you, we have software set up on all of our laptops and computers so that we can flag up any concerning kind of conversations or things that they're Googling and follow that up with their ACs, who I know one of my colleagues will speak to you about later. That's AC is Achievement Coach, which is pastoral support. We also have a lot of online sessions currently, although they will become face-to-face, looking at things such as the Prevent duty, which is the government duty to ensure young people aren't radicalised or discriminated against in any way. We also look after our vulnerable learners. If your child is in social care for any reason or has any extra support outside of education and learning, we take the extra steps and measures to make sure we speak to all those professionals to understand what their needs are. And obviously, you know, the more difficult side around kind of abuse and scams and bullying, those sorts of things. We have a really robust system for picking up any concerns. Staff are able to log a safeguarding concern on our system. That's then shared between the designated safeguarding officers across the college, and then that's picked up with the tutors or the achievement coaches for each individual. So they're absolutely safe with us. Moving on to the more kind of fun side, the preventative side, if you like, the side where we encourage them to look for healthy behaviours, good coping mechanisms, looking at the positive side of life. We've got kind of three main areas. One is enrichment, and I'll talk in a bit more detail about that in a second. The other is Students' Union and becoming a bit more involved with that. And then finally, mental health, and I'll pick up a little bit on the question around anxiety with that one. So first of all, enrichment, we have the wonderful Will, one of my colleagues, who is very much a sports master. He referees nationally across the country, and we're very lucky to have him supporting us with pulling together sports teams. Obviously, we've not been able to do it in the last year, but we have put on a lot of online sessions instead, including kind of yoga, Tai Chi. We even had army boot camps and that kind of thing, if you've got the space in your lounge. But we're hoping very much to move much more offline and face-to-face in September when, as Robin said, hopefully these restrictions will allow it. There will also be a what used to be called a Freshers event. Obviously, as you'd expect, things are changing a little bit this year, and it won't be quite the same format as before. It'll be more of a kind of a welcome event this year, that will continue to be kind of closely monitored in terms of what we're allowed to do, but will support the wellbeing team to put on something fun and exciting as well, which I think is maybe where that yay balloon came from, but I'm not sure. So Students' Union then, my colleague Liam looks after the whole of Student Council. We're currently hotly waiting for the results of our elections to say who has been given the president role, the wellbeing officer role, the diversity role. There's a lot of different options in there for students to really get involved, have their voice heard, be able to feed back their thoughts and ideas about how we can improve. I've literally just come off a call with our entire IT team and all of the student council, giving back their feedback about how they find connectivity issues and those kind of things. So it's a really great thing to get involved in if your young person's interested in that. There's also opportunities to get involved in kind of social action groups. Recently, our Students' Union were talking to MPs about the development of the Broadmarsh Centre and how that might look, and have just recently finished a project to increase the lunch money available as well for our vulnerable students. So it is a really active group of students who really enjoy their time with us. And who we see regularly, which is great. We were actually planting trees in Baseford the other day as part of World Earth Day, so we do like to really listen to them and do lots of interesting projects with them. And then moving on to the mental health side of things, which has obviously become a bit of a hot topic for debate recently in the media, and we are increasing our resources in line with that. Throughout the whole of lockdown, we have had online wellness cafes, which I've hosted myself. My background is in psychology and coaching, and that's very much been focusing around positive attitude and being able to have sort of positive, healthy attitudes towards coping with everything that we've been through. For those who are really struggling beyond that and need face-to-face support, we also have a robust system in place called the Support to Study process, which is similar to the safeguarding process in that concerns get flagged up. We then hold meetings with the student and parents or carers where available to just really review the support that's in place for them, make adjustments to their workload or the way they're supported in college where we can, and ensure that they've got strong links with external organisations as well to support their mental health and wellbeing, so that we're really keeping an eye on them. We've also signed up to the Association of Colleges Mental Health and Wellbeing Charter, so we've got lots of areas that we're improving on, but we're not far off now being able to be accredited with that award. We also have mental health first aid trained staff across the college who are just waiting to be unleashed on our students as we get back face to face. It's been difficult to have too much contact over lockdown other than just phone calls, but as soon as we are able to get back into the buildings on a grander scale, there will be more people available to support with mental health. And the question around anxiety, we would very much be able to support that student around their anxieties and how we can best kind of move them into what's suitable for them. And as Robin mentioned, that the kind of the academic side would be up to the curriculum, but we would very much take that on a case-by-case basis and have conversations with the students and parents and carers as well.